So let's talk about how to get better game sense in Valorant. Everyone that you ask will just say, you gotta play the game, or you can't just like teach game sense. When you can figure out information that isn't given to you is when you will develop game sense and be able to make decisions. That's how you get better at the game. So let's start off with a very simple setup. This round, I'm gonna simulate what an A split looks like. It's gonna be 4 people going to site, and oftentimes you'll have someone lurk or 2 people fight at least for mid presence. Because having mid presence on split is extremely important. If this Sage puts a wall, like she will almost guaranteed, and you don't break it, it only means there's 2 lanes of attack through this fucking tight choke point in B or this tight choke point in A, and you're basically throwing. This Omen, let's say, because we're doing a fast A take, will paranoia, ramps, and this Jet will dash here. This Killjoy screaming, yo, Sage, I'm gonna come cover as you go and rotate to help A site, because we think it's an A take. At this point, KO's not peeking mid anymore, because all we need is information mid. We know we heard 1 gunshot, maybe 2 gunshots breaking the ball mid. There's no need to have 2 defenders holding this. KO is gonna rotate up ramps here, or up through vents here, and try to catch the timing on the Jet. So now you can pretty much predict what's gonna happen here. The Reyna and the Sage have pushed up. Sage is on the rotate, Killjoy's mid, and Cypher's probably moved back a little bit just to play a lurk. The reason that KJ rotates here is because KJ's utility locks down B site, so you have information if someone's coming B, and you have now KJ jiggling mid to see if there's any information of someone crossing. Now, the next interaction that happens, let's say Asher throws some utility here, kills the Reyna. I'm assuming that after the Reyna dies, the Sage is probably a good enough player to trade out the Astra. So you know that there's maybe someone's screens, but most likely not. Jet's fighting KO in ropes because he dashed, probably has timing for KO, and he's probably gonna catch KO on the rope and probably eliminate KO, right? All this stuff up to this point is pretty textbook. It can go 50-50, and it may or may not work out this exact way, but this is one very similar situation that happens a lot. Jet may or may not actually push CT for the fight because they're at a man advantage right now. It's a 4v2. If Jet pushes this, he's kind of throwing, but it's very common to see Jet push this in general. And let's just say for argument's sake, Jet's already won 2 fights. He's probably weak, and Sage takes out Jet. Cypher is probably made his way up mid, unexpecting of Killjoy still taking over mid control because the defenders know they've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, but 1's still missing. I was the Killjoy, which I commonly am in this situation. I'm probably still jiggling here and asking the Sage to play slow so we can play retake together. As this Killjoy, I kill this Cypher 10 out of 10 times because I'm goated. I'm different. The information's already known that no one else should be heaven. KO died, Raze died. They've only seen Jet push it. There's a very slim chance someone's heaven. But now in this situation where the round is really decided, in 2v2 where you don't have any information, realistically, you push something together. In my opinion, unless there's a Viper and you think they're playing post plant, you wouldn't push ramps. You would push screens together because you want to be able to trade someone out any chance you get. Because if you go 1 here, 1 here, 1 jumps out rafter, it's very easy for 2 people to fight this person and for them to not get traded. And at this point, it's literally about where the defenders play. Did you clear the angles? What utility you have left? Did you win your gunfights?